Hi guys, is the new government too scared of Brexit? It certainly seems to be the case. And while arguments made before the election about avoiding the topic in order to deny the Tories the ammunition they wanted, and the fear of upsetting the red wall perhaps made some political sense, those arguments should now be binned. Journalist Polly MacKenzie appeared on the Politics Live show where she attacked this fear of Brexit, which seems to be deeply rooted in the Starmer government, and highlights the arts as one place that could benefit from a better relationship with Europe. Have a listen.
But they've talked about a youth mobility scheme, and we have said, oh no, that sounds a little bit too much like freedom of movement. We're scared of it. We know, so this is a creative industries point, that touring musicians and artists are desperate to be able to get visa access to Schengen so that they can put together European tours. That's a kind of critical growth thing on something that, again, UK has a competitive advantage in. And we're so scared of the politics of Brexit that we won't even look for those small marginal improvements. It's all about vibes.
So once again, there are small benefits there that the government is ignoring, or it seems to be ignoring, because it has this fear that a youth mobility scheme, for example, is viewed as immigration or freedom of movement, which of course it isn't. Youth mobility scheme limited to a very small demographic for a limited amount of time. That's not freedom of movement, and it's not immigration. And then when it comes to the arts were tens of billions of pounds to the UK economy. And what's the problem? The problem is that small bands in particular are struggling because if they want to tour around Europe, they need a visa for every individual state. So for example, if you get a visa for France, you need a visa for Germany if you want to tour in Germany as well. Now, in many cases, it's not possible to get all those visas in time or at all. There are costs related to that many small groups or bands can't afford. Before Brexit, they would simply load up a van, cross the border, and tour wherever they wanted. And now, because of the extra costs and because of the uncertainty, venues are selecting European bands over British ones. So European fans of British bands can't see them live in many cases because of Brexit. And the UK government, it seems, is afraid to even talk about this. Talk about undoing this damage. This is a multi-billion pound industry. And there's a fear, once again, a fear that even though Keir Starmer has a massive majority, a fear of upsetting some people in the red wall, or upsetting the Tories, or upsetting the right-wing media. Once again, this has nothing to do with freedom of movement. It has nothing to do with a youth mobility scheme. This is something separate. And the horrible irony is that this was actually on the table. The European Union was offering it at the beginning of the Brexit negotiations, and Boris Johnson and Lord Frost said no. We don't want anything to do with Europe. We want a clean break. Anything European, gone. Even if it benefits British people, even if it benefits British businesses, even if it benefits British bands and artists. We don't want it. Ideology ruled there over sound thinking. And it seems, once again, the Brexit tail is wagging the Tory dog. The government dog, I should say. It was wagging the Tory dog, now it seems to be wagging the Labour dog. This fear, why is there this fear? This would be hugely beneficial. If you want to grow the economy, here's a sector that's begging for growth. It's crying out for help. And it's not even something that the government have to spend money on. It's not like you have to invest in this. This is about reaching out to the EU, saying, can we have something like this? It's not guaranteed that it would happen or that it would happen straight away, but start that process. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.